Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to my kitchen. Today, we are going to talk about one of my all-time favorite ingredients to cook with, the amazing, aromatic, and oh-so-versatile sujuk. I'm going to show you 3 of my absolute go-to recipes. They're incredibly delicious, way easier than you think, and I have a feeling they're about to become your new favorite meals.
You know that feeling, right? You get home from a long day, you're exhausted, and you just stare into the fridge wondering what on earth to make. I've been there. Well, today, that all changes. These recipes are designed to be fast, packed with flavor, and just exciting. We're going to bring some fun back to your dinner table.
So, what have I got for you today? Let's take a look. First up, we're making a one-pot pasta that is so fast it's practically magic. After that, we're diving into a super indulgent, cheesy skillet that tastes like it came from a fancy restaurant. And for the grand finale, I'll show you how to make a savory pie that looks like a masterpiece, but is secretly shockingly easy. Sound good? Let's get started.
Okay, first up is what I like to call my 20-minute pasta miracle. Seriously, this dish is a weeknight lifesaver. Everything, and I mean everything, cooks together in just one pot. That means all the flavors meld together beautifully, and the best part, cleanup is an absolute breeze.
And you know what? The ingredient list is so simple. You've got your sujuk, of course, then just grab whatever pasta you have in the cupboard. Add an onion, some garlic, a bell pepper, a few tomatoes, and a little tomato paste. It's pretty much all standard stuff you probably have right now ready to go.
All right, the real key to incredible flavor is building it in layers right from the start. So get your pot nice and hot, a little bit of oil, and get that sujuk in there. Let it sit and get a really nice, deep golden brown crust. Once that's done, toss in your onion and let it soften up. Then the garlic goes in for just a minute until you can smell that amazing aroma filling your kitchen.
And listen, if you take away one thing, let it be this. Always sear your sujuk in a very hot pan. Don't skip this. This step is what creates that delicious crust on the outside, and more importantly, it locks in all those incredible juices. It's the difference between a good dish and a great one, I promise.
Okay, now we build that beautiful sauce. Stir in your tomato paste and let it cook for just a second. That really deepens the flavor. Then, in go the peppers and the blended tomatoes. Pour in your hot water, season it with salt and pepper, and give it all a really good stir. You want to bring this up to a nice, strong, rolling boil.
And here comes the magic. Dump your dry pasta right into that boiling sauce. No separate pot needed. Just make sure the liquid is covering all the pasta. Let it boil like that for about 3 minutes, then clap a lid on, turn the heat way down to low, and just let it simmer away. That pasta is going to drink up all of that delicious sujuk-infused sauce. Just, give it a stir every now and then so nothing sticks.
And just like that, 20 minutes, that's it. From the moment you start chopping to the moment you're putting it on the table, you have this incredible, bubbling, flavorful one-pot meal. So fast, so easy, and so good.
All right, are you ready for something a little more indulgent? This cheesy sujuk skillet is pure comfort food. It feels so special, like something you'd order out for a weekend treat, but I'm going to show you how ridiculously simple it is to make at home.
For the base of our skillet, we're keeping it simple again. We've got our sujuk, a sliced onion, some garlic, and a green pepper. Now, I love to throw in a few slices of pastrami right at the end. It's totally optional, but trust me, it adds this smoky, savory depth that just takes the whole dish to another level. So, let's get this skillet going. You're going to cut your sujuk into bite-sized pieces this time and get them searing in a hot skillet until they're nice and brown. Then add those onions and cook them down until they get all soft and sweet and start to caramelize. Toss in the garlic and peppers for just a minute. You want them to stay a little crisp. And if you're using that pastrami, throw it in right at the very end. Your kitchen is going to smell absolutely incredible right now. Okay, honestly, you could stop right here. This skillet is already fantastic. You could serve it just like this and everyone would be happy. But are you ready to take this totally over the top? Yeah, I thought so. Let me share my secret to a perfect, creamy, lump-free cheese sauce. It's so easy. First, melt a little butter, whisk in the same amount of flour and cook that for about a minute. That gets rid of the raw flour taste. Then, slowly, whisk in your milk and all your spices. A little bit of mustard powder is my secret weapon. It just makes the cheese taste even cheesier. Once it's thick, take it off the heat and stir in your shredded cheddar until it's velvety smooth. Then you pour that liquid gold all over the sujuk and veggies. All right, for our last recipe, we are making a showstopper. This is the ultimate savory pie. We're using layers of that super thin goulash pastry to build something flaky, rich, and just absolutely unforgettable. It looks really impressive, but between you and me, it's so much fun and so easy to put together.
So let's break it down. A great pie is really just two simple parts, right? You've got the filling and you've got the pastry. For our filling, it's finely chopped sujuk, some sautéed veggies, maybe a little pastrami and olives. For the pastry side, we're using those delicate goulash sheets, some melted butter, creamy kiri cheese, and then a rich egg and milk wash to bring it all home. See? Not so complicated?
So for the filling, you'll want to chop that sujuk up really fine. Sauté it in a hot pan, then add your onions, garlic, and peppers. Cook them until they're soft, then take it all off the heat. That's when you stir in any extras like pastrami or olives. Give it a good season with salt and pepper, and then just set that aside. Filling, done.
Now for the fun part, assembly. Get a greased pan and start laying down your pastry sheets. Every couple of sheets, give them a good brush with melted butter. This is what makes it so flaky and amazing. When you're halfway through your pastry, sprinkle on some shredded cheese, spread your sujuk filling evenly, and then dot these little cubes of creamy kiri cheese all over. Then just keep layering the rest of your pastry right on top.
Okay, here is the real pro move for this pie. You're going to cut it into squares before you bake it. Then, pop it into a really hot oven for just 3 or 4 minutes. While that's happening, you quickly whisk up your milk, eggs, butter, and a little baking powder. Pull the hot pie out, pour that mixture all over. It's going to soak right into all those cuts you made. Top it with more cheese, and then back in the oven it goes until it's perfectly golden, puffed up, and just glorious.
And here's one last little secret for you. That half teaspoon of baking powder in the milk wash. That's what makes the pie unbelievably light and fluffy. It's such a tiny thing, but it makes a world of difference in the final texture. It is my absolute favorite trick for this recipe.
And there you have it. 3 completely new, absolutely delicious ways to use sujuk. We've gone from a super fast weeknight meal all the way to a stunning savory pie that'll wow your guests. You're all set. So, which one is right for you? Well, if you're slammed and need dinner on the table like yesterday, that one-pot pasta is your hero. If you're curling up for a cozy weekend meal, you've got to go with the cheesy skillet. And if you really want to blow everyone away and show off a little, that savory pie is the one. I really hope you're feeling inspired and probably pretty hungry right now. Sujuk is such an amazing ingredient to play with, and these recipes really let it sing. So now there's only one thing left to ask. Which one of these are you going to try first?